Hello everyone, my name is Maria Fitzpatrick. I did my Rogerian paper on rising ocean temperatures, the problem. So the issue with this is that ocean warming is contributing to extreme weather events around the globe caused by anthropogenic climate change. What anthropogenic climate change means is that it's human-induced, being the cause for ocean warming and the weather events that occur from it. So my stance is that I believe rising ocean temperature contributes to changes in weather patterns, such as stronger storms, while the opposing side thinks that these changes are just natural, that these extreme changes are just natural variability of the Earth and cannot fully trust the current scientific models to fully claim that ocean temperature contributes to these changes in weather. With my position, that said, to back it up, it intensifies storms and hurricanes, increases rainfall and flooding, contributes to sea level rise, and it's consistent around the globe. And to go into more detail, with intensifying storms and hurricanes, with ocean temperature beginning to rise, it provides a fuel for stronger storms such as hurricanes by giving it more heat energy. So the ocean absorbs excess amounts of greenhouse gases. When these greenhouse gases are being absorbed by the ocean, it means that this adds more. This gains more heat, thus making energy for hurricanes to get stronger. An example of this was Hurricane Harvey showed to have a record high ocean heat content, or OHC, in the Gulf of Mexico, and this led to more higher winds, more rainfall leading to flooding, and thus created lots of damage to infrastructure around Texas. And then with increasing extreme rainfall and flooding, this leads to more evaporation to occur when the ocean is warming up. And when that evaporation occurs, that means more moisture is being added into the atmosphere, which means more heavier rain to occur when that downfall comes. So an example of this is that California river floods consisted of a series of atmospheric river storms, which led to flooding rivers and severe rainfall in Sacramento and San Joaquin. So this happened in 3 to 4 months from December 2022 to March 2023. So in that time span, there was a lot of heavy rainfall, which led to many flash floods in these parts of California, destroying many infrastructures and making it longer lasting, meaning that a flood would come, you'd have a period of when it wasn't there, and then it'd come back up again. So this is consistent globally. So OHC again is ocean heat content. So it's basically measured the first 2,000 meters of the ocean, which is a huge, that's a pretty big chunk, I'd say. Basically ocean heat content from greenhouse gases that are being absorbed from it. So this is totaled out to about 10.9 zettajoules of extra energy. Just to put that into perspective, because not many of you have heard about zettajoules, especially if you haven't taken a chemistry class, but burning 100 billion tons of coal is about 1 zettajoule, or ZG. This makes 18 times more than all human energy use in a year. So that is a lot. Annually, human energy use is about 0.6 zettajoules a year, roughly. So with that said, this breaks the records across all major oceans, so all four meaning Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic oceans. So this means that this is not just happening in one ocean, but it's happening to others too. And this also contributes to sea level rise. So when ocean gets warm, these glaciers begin to melt, and particularly Greenland and Antarctica, and thus this increases thermal expansion, meaning that the ocean is starting to take over the land as more volume is being put into it. This is more of an issue towards coastal regions where they're seeing more issues with flooding here. The opposing side of this, so meaning that the rising ocean temperatures are not the main cause of extreme weather events. And they say that this is natural variability. And what that is this is a natural occurring weather not caused by anthropogenic climate change. So an example of this is the natural ocean atmosphere cycles like El Nino can change weather and ocean temperatures on their own without warming trends. So ocean heat content is not a factor to this at all, which this has been known to trigger floods and heat waves on its own without needing the ocean to warm up. And there's also been limitations in climate models and inaccuracy in the results of this. So this had made scientists very skeptical about studying ocean warming trends. An example of a model is the Earth System Models, or ESMs, are used to predict ocean warming effects, but it's not always reliable. It lacks deep ocean temperature data as it only measures the surface of the water, not the deep ends. So it's very dependent also on assumptions or incomplete observations as well. So just take a moment to acknowledge both sides, with my side being that ocean temperatures are a contribution to extreme weather events, but I also wanted to note that, however, natural variability with possible inaccurate climate models make it difficult to fully blame ocean warming for these extreme weather occurring weather around Earth. So with finding middle ground, I think it's best to invest in better research equipment. So improving ESM models to detect not just the surface, but the deep as well. I believe this will help us to understand more how the ocean could be affecting the weather, and also reduce any biased opinions, and also not needing to make any extreme claims saying that the ocean is the only cause for extreme weather, but instead saying that it could be a contributing factor, with natural availability being part of it as well. In conclusion, we should improve ESMs to reduce error and have better reliability on predictions, though we can still acknowledge that ocean warming does contribute to extreme weather events, but natural variability also has a role to play in these weather events too. And I believe a movement for a more balanced approach and evidence base that allows natural factors and explain extreme weather events, and not just blaming humans for this, but also natural factors as well.